Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the Commissioners meeting this morning. We appreciate everybody here at the boardroom. And I'm virtual there. We will have at the beginning of the meeting, we will have a public comment for all the agenda items only. Then at the end of the meeting, we'll have another public comment for anybody who wants to address the board this morning. With that being said, I'll call the meeting in order this morning. We will have prayer by Commissioner Cook this morning. I'll lead the pledge of allegiance. Then we'll have a roll call by Deputy Clerk Roberts. Join us, please.
Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this time that we can come together and make decisions. God, just pray that the decisions we make might be for the betterment of all the Tuscola County, Lord. Thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you for everything you provide for us, Lord. Give us a good day. In your precious name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
District 1 vacant. Commissioner Bardwell,
Here.
Commissioner Vaughn,
Here.
Commissioner Lutz,
Here.
Commissioner Cook.
Here.
You have a quorum, you may proceed.
The next is the adopted agenda. Do we have anything that needs to be added to the agenda this morning? If we do not have nothing, we'll take a motion to adopt the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, make a motion to move to adopt the agenda as presented. Support.
So moved by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook, to adopt the agenda as presented. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The adoption of the agenda is presented. Action on the previous meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion. We accept the meeting minutes of 1/13/2025.
Support.
So moved by Commissioner Cook, supported by Commissioner Lutz, to adopt the previous meeting minutes from January 1st, 2025. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the meeting minutes have been adopted. Brief public comment period. So this is the time that you can address the board for anything you see on the agenda. You can address the board this morning. There will be another public comment at the end of the meeting that you can address the board on things that are on the agenda. So if you want to address the board this meeting on the agenda items only. Let the record show that the public comment was offered. We had no participants this morning. Move on to consent agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move that the consent agenda minutes and the consent agenda items from the January 27th, 2025 Committee of the Whole meeting be adopted.
I'll support that.
So moved by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook. To move that the consent agenda minutes and consent agenda items from the January 27th, 2025 Committee of the Whole meeting be adopted. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Consent agenda has been adopted. Okay, move into new business. Well, I was gonna do number 1, but I think we'll skip right to number 2. Right?
Oh, what about number 40?
Yeah, do number 4.
Don't we have to do number 4?
No, that actually is the same as number 1, I think, isn't it? They have it.
Yeah, that's part of the consent agenda.
Is that part of the consent agenda? Okay.
On the new business, presentation of resolution honoring Brian Harris, jail administrator, commission. Resolution, honor Brian Harris, 2025-01. Whereas Brian Harris, the Tuscola County Jail Administrator, will be retiring effective February 1st, 2025. And whereas Brian was hired on January 17th, 2000. And has provided 25 years of dedicated service to Tuscola County. And whereas in 2001, Brian prevented a successful escape of a fugitive who was wanted in Florida. As they broke custody from other officers, was close to exiting the courthouse with Deputy Harris apprehended him. And whereas Brian was promoted to corporal on October 23rd, 2004, and promoted to sergeant on August 1st, 2008, was most recently promoted to lieutenant jail administrator on March 15, 2014. And whereas Brian became one of the first taser instructors for Tuscola County on October 27, 2005, and became a mission investigator for the Michigan Sheriff's Association in January of 2011. And whereas Brian was also a June 2007 lead graduate. And whereas in February of 2008, Brian volunteered with Sheriff Tom Kerner and 4 other Tuscola County Sheriff deputies to travel to New Orleans to help rebuild a New Orleans officer's home that was destroyed by Hurricane Katrina. And whereas in December of 2015, Brian was recognized by County Controller Mike Holden for his dedication and exemplary work in streamlining jail operations, which provided savings to the county. And whereas Brian received Officer of the Year in 2012 and 2020, 2 life-saving awards, 2 professional excellence awards, 3 meritorious service awards, and in 2015, the Capstone Award from MACC and LOW Associates. And there has been resolved on behalf of the residents of Tuscola County, Tuscola County Board of Commissioners, commend Brian Harris for his valuable contributions to Tuscola County during his time of service and wish him well in his retirement. Thank you, sir.
Should we take?
Yeah, just one on with you. Thanks. Congratulations. Thanks, sir.
Brian, everything.
I think I said a lot of it the other day. It's pretty short and brief. 25 years. I wouldn't have chosen a different career. Didn't really know what I was getting into 25 years ago, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I chose Tuscola County. It's had its ups and downs as any job does, but overall it was very gratifying and met a lot of people, made a lot of friends. A few enemies running the jail. But, overall, it was a great experience, and I appreciate everything that the county's done for me as well. So, thank you.
Brian.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the and place on file retirement resolution presented to Brian Harris, Jail Administrator, with a roll call vote.
Court.
The move by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook. To move to accept and place on file with regret the retirement letter from Brian Harris as jail administrator and Rob, I'm in the wrong one. Move to approve and place on file the retirement resolution presented to Brian Harris, jail administrator, with a roll call vote.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
District 1 vacant. Commissioner Bardwell,
Yes.
Commissioner Lutz,
Yes.
Commissioner Vaughn.
Yes. Hey. Move on to number 2. Under new business, increased fees for animal shelter, Tyler Ray.
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Tyler.
So I wanted to talk to you about some fees, some animal shelter fees that I'd like to change a little bit moving into 2025. Small fees, small changes, not anything too drastic.
Thank you, Tom.
So It's obvious, no surprise to anyone in this room that increase in food costs, even labor, have gone up drastically in the last several years. We have not changed our shelter fees since the department opened back in July of 2018. And our vet expenses have gone up every year, basically, for the last 3 years. On your second page, this is the cheapest vet rate that I could find in the county. And I would like to give a special recognition to Larson's Veterinary Service in Fairgrove. One of the first projects that I took on as when I was appointed director 2 years ago was going to every vet clinic and seeing what services they could provide and offering the cheapest rate for the county. By a long shot, they were the cheapest, but they did email me at the beginning of this year saying that their supplier is going up in prices for vaccines, sedatives, everything like that. So naturally, it's just going to cost us more. Still at a discounted price, a rescue price. I've had vet services or vet clinics in the area want to charge anywhere from $200 to $300 just to spay or neuter an animal. That's not including any other services, any kind of testing, vaccines I wanted. So at the price that they're giving right now for a dog spay and neuter, $100 flat rate, not determining or based on the size of the animal. $12 rabies vaccine. The DAP vaccine is distemper parvovirus. We are administering those ourselves. Found out that I could save about $6 per animal if we are giving that shot ourselves. However, it is prohibited by state law to give our own animals a rabies vaccine unless you're a licensed veterinarian. So can't administer those. And then heartworm is skyrocketing through the state right now. So definitely want to keep the heartworm and Lyme disease testing done at a rate of $40. So at the end of the day, we're looking at about $160 into each animal medically before they're ready for adoption. So, and that is what I was on your first page. That's what I would like to increase the dog adoption fee to $160, a $35 increase. They're set at right now at 125. Like I said, that was set back in 2018, but the cost of everything has gone up. So we're just making a response to that. Cat adoption fees, roughly the same thing, $35 increase to 125 as opposed to 90, what it was originally set at. And if you look at your prices here, really the only difference, the vaccines and the testing is just about the same. The only difference is it costs a little bit less for spay and neutering, $25 less. And then the feline leukemia and feline immunodeficiency virus testing is $30 instead of $40 for the heartworm for dogs. So we're looking at about 125 there. And then other fee increases, I'd like to just increase boarding fees from $10 to $2. That's just to reflect the increase in dog food and cat food going up. And what it costs to house an animal on a daily basis. And then a surrender fee, $25 to $50. Impound fees will stay the same at $35 for your first offense, and then it doubles every time.
Any questions for Tyler?
Gentlemen, I have a question for
Here.
Tyler. Tyler,
Yes.
I'm looking at your adoption fees, and I think the board would appreciate if you would come in the future and give us the statistics and overall report of the 2024 activity and adoption for dogs and cats.
Okay.
One who, looking at $160, I understand because the cost of preparing a dog obviously is $160 as you've provided, but on the other hand, I'm just curious on what the adoption rate is on dogs.
So I did bring that today.
I'd like to hear that, please.
Yep. So 2023, I'll start there. We had a total of adoptions of 88 animals, 39 cats, and 49 dogs. 2024 actually increased up to 107. So our adoption rates have been up in the last year. I mean, I can speculate all day as to why that is. In my opinion, I believe it's because people are realizing that we are the cheapest around. With that increases, I mean, getting a free dog on Facebook Marketplace looks great on paper until you bring it into the vet to get its first round of vaccines, and you realize it's going to cost you $400 to $600 at any given vet clinic. So people are realizing that we are still the cheapest. And I think with a $35 increase, that's not going to affect that at all.
All right, and further, what is your census currently for dogs and cats? Do you have that with you as well?
I don't have the census. I can definitely get that though.
And also, what is the capacity for your dogs and cats?
Capacity for cats is right around 25, and dogs is about 20. Is the comfortability, if you will. We have 12 indoor-outdoor dog runs with a guillotine door, so we can lock them out when we clean inside and lock them in when we clean outside. Anything past 12, those dogs need to be walked 3 times a day. I mean, given that each dog needs 5 to 10 minutes outside and you have 8 dogs to walk 3 times a day, that's what's killing my labor hours pretty much at this point.
In 2024, how often did you exceed that capacity for dogs and cats?
We were exceeded the entire year.
And then what's the procedure when you exceed it? How do you house them?
We have done a series of adoption events. We will do discounted adoption rates. Euthanasia is on the board. We will go around and temperament all of our dogs. And, you know, if we are exceeding that to where we are just drowning in dogs, we will go around and temperament our dogs and, you know, the 2 that have the most food aggression or aggression towards other dogs, other cats, they will be euthanized.
And how many did you perform that on last year?
How many did we euthanize?
Yes, Dogs and
We
cats.
euthanized only 7, I believe.
7 dogs and how many cats?
We never really euthanize cats. It might be 1 or 2 each year based on any kind of health issues or anything like that we pick up.
No further questions, Chairman.
Chairman. So with the new fees, how does that compare to the rest of the counties around?
The rest, I'm sorry?
How does it compare to the rest of the counties if we adopt these new fees?
It's right in the same ballpark. I mean, it varies based on if you're rural or city. But for municipal shelters, you're looking at anywhere from 100 to 200 a dog. So we're right in the middle range there.
I think it's a lot cheaper than other companies. I mean, I know my stepson got one down in Detroit. It was $500.
Through Detroit
Yeah,
Animal Control?
yeah.
Wow.
And the pier, and well, the pier was, my wife checked out one down there, it was $350 or something for that one.
Okay. I mean, I haven't checked in the
I don't
last
know if
6
they
months.
changed Prices on, it depends on what kind of dog it is, or what it demands of certain dogs. I don't know if they, you know, change. Like this dog could be 150, that dog could be 220. I don't know if they do that.
To my knowledge, they don't. I know that some municipal shelters do change based on age. So it could be an extra $50 to adopt if you want a puppy under 6 months. But to the last of my knowledge, most municipal shelters was a flat rate of any adult dog, doesn't matter breed. But I mean, I can definitely call our neighboring shelters and look into that more.
You're still, it's probably the price of that. I
Mhm.
still think you're fine.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to move to approve the new shelter and vet fees for the animal shelter as presented.
Support that.
So moved by Commissioner Luke, supported by Commissioner Cook, to move to approve the new shelter and vet fees for the animal shelter as presented. Any more discussion? More questions for Tyler? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Thank you, Tyler. Move on to number 3 under new business. Change order from Booms Construction for the People State Bank building, like the director of building grounds.
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning,
Mike.
This change order is for lighting that would be in Ian's personal office. The lights that were installed were not very good. They didn't look good, didn't look right in the room. So we requested to use lights that are already existing in the building, the same type of style. So what you have is the change order to make that change in his office.
Any questions for, some questions for Mike?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the change proposal request CPR 23-021-017 from Booms Construction to remove 6 type A light fixtures from room 201 and install 6 type B light fixtures in the amount of $2,977.70 for the People's State Bank building, and authorize all signatures.
Support.
The move by Commissioner Cook, supported by Commissioner Lutz. To move to approve the change proposal request CPR 23-021-017 from Booms Construction to remove 6 type A light fixtures from room 201 and install 6 type B light fixtures in the amount of $2,977.70 from the People's State Bank CFB building, and authorize all signatures. That is the motion. Is there any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion's been approved.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks, Mike.
Number 4, under new business, we'll move to IT services with an interlocking agreement with Oakland County. Does Ian Lee, Chief Information Officer?
Morning, Commissioners. Sorry I couldn't be there in person. This is a renewal of the agreement for Oakland County to provide us with IT services such as Clemis and dispatch software to our departments. There is no cost to this agreement. It's just saying that we are allowing them to do the work.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the interlocal agreement for IT services with Oakland County for the period of 5 years, and I'll authorize all signatures.
I'll support that.
The move by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook, to move to approve the interlocking agreement for IT services with Oakland County for a period of 5 years and authorize all signatures. More discussion?
Chairman, Ian, just that this is a 168-page agreement.
Yeah.
Did you read it in its entirety?
No, but legal did.
I suspect they did, and that's a good response. So you have obviously used this before, and
Yeah, they're just changing dates on this.
all right, thank you, Dr. Chair.
Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion's been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Move on, number 5, Airport Zoning Board of Appeals. I think we all got that this morning. From,
Good morning, Commissioners.
okay, go ahead.
Thank you. So currently, right now, we do have 2 vacancies on our Airport Zoning Board of Appeals. And Mr. Yule has applied to fill one of those vacancies, so I'm just requesting your approval. He will fill the full-term position, which will expire in 2027.
Chairman, move to approve Lloyd Rule to fill the one of 2 vacancies to Airport Zoning Board of Appeals with a full term expiring December 31st, 2027.
Support.
The move by Commissioner Bardwell, supported by Commissioner Lutz, to move to approve Lloyd Buell to fill one of the 2 vacancies to the Airport Zoning Board of Appeals with a full term expiring December 31st, 2027. Any more discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion has been approved.
Thank you, Commissioners. And if you can send those applications back town to Deputy Clerk Robinson, we'll get the letters and such distributed to the appropriate parties.
Thank you, will do.
Thank you.
That takes us through the new business this morning. We'll move on into the old business. Number 1 in the old business is a drug treatment court case manager request from Chief Judge Garrett.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve that the request of Honorable Amy Gearhart that $37,800 be approved to be used in the opioid settlement funds to cover the continued cost of the drug treatment court case manager.
I'll support that.
Been moved by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook, to move to approve that per the request of the Honorable Amy Grace Gearhart, the $37,800 be approved to be used for the opioid settlement funds to cover the continued cost of the drug treatment court case manager. And the motion, is there any more discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion was has been approved. Move on to number 2, law clerk position request. Chief Judge Garrett.
Chair, I move to approve that per the request of Honorable Amy Grace Gearhart, that a total amount of $28,000 be approved for the 2025 budget for the position of a part-time law clerk with all budget amendments authorized as necessary.
Support. The move by Commissioner Cook, supported by Commissioner Bardwell, to move to approve that per the request of Honorable Amy Grace Gearhart, that a total amount of $28,000 be approved to the 2025 budget for the position of part-time law clerk with the budget amendments authorized as necessary. That is the motion. Any more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
That has been approved, so. Move on to number 3, the lobby ambassador agreement with JCL Protection. Steve Anderson.
Do you need me to come back up and talk about it again?
I don't think so. You talked about it Monday.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the lobby ambassador agreement with JCL Position LLC effective February 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026 as presented. Price will remain the same at $37 per hour until March 10th, 2025, when it will be increased to $40 per hour until January 1, 2026. When it will increase to $42.50 per hour. This will be paid from the Treasurer's Foreclosure Fund. All signatures are authorized.
I'll support that.
The move by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook, to move to approve the lobby ambassador agreement with JCL Protection LLC effective February 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2026 as presented. Price will remain at $37 per hour until March 10th, 2025, when it will increase to $40 per hour until January 1st, 2026, when it will increase to $42.50 per hour. This will be paid from the Treasurer's Foreclosure Fund. Also, all signatures are authorized. That is a motion. Is there any more discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion has been approved. Move on to number 4, mosquito control, iron season employee request.
Here I move to rehire mosquito abatement seasonal employee Marion Daly in February 2025 to fill the office assistant position at the rate of $17.32 per hour, pending the results of a satisfactory background check, drug screen, and physical.
Support.
The move by Commissioner Cook, supported by Commissioner Lutz, to move to rehire mosquito abatement seasonal employee Mary Ann Daly in February 2025 to fill the office assistant position at the rate of $17.32 per hour, pending the results of the satisfactory background check, drug screen, and physical. Any more discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is passed. Move on to number 5, tablets for the inmates.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the purchase of the tablets for inmates from IC Technology through August 31st, 2029 for the streaming entertainment content at 5 cents per minute and the email/text/photo sharing at 25 cents per message/photo, as well as providing free educational content as presented in all authorized signatures.
I'll support that.
The move by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook, to move to approve the purchase of the tablets for inmates from IC Technology through August 31st, 2029 for streaming entertainment content at 5 cents per minute and email, text, photo sharing at 25 cents per message photo, as well as providing free educational content as presented and authorize all signatures. Any more discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion has been approved. Move on number 6, animal control sign.
Chair, I move to accept the donated sign from Michael Daly, created for the animal shelter.
Support that.
Been moved by Commissioner Cook, supported by Commissioner Lutz, to move to accept the donated sign from Michael Daly, created for the animal shelter. Any more discussion on that?
Chairman, I have a question for
Sure.
Mike Miller. Mike, it was requested in the last meeting that you would get an estimate of what the electrical would cost, and also whatever that cost is it covered by a line item in the animal control budget?
Well, we haven't got the sign yet, so I don't know what the electrical requirements are gonna be. So I'll have to get with the electrician once we know that. But I'm assuming it's gonna be 110, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, in terms of the cost of running a line to light up that portion of the sign from the building.
If I had to guess, it's probably not. I don't know what the animal control budget is, but I'm sure it's probably not gonna be within their budget, be my guess.
So in that case, would it come out of the general fund?
I would assume so, yes.
So gentlemen, with this particular case, I'd like to postpone. I'd like to have this motion withdrawn until we find out the cost, because it is going against the general fund. And as you remember, we have our previous chief accountant have a $2.2 million projection, which is about $184,000 a month. We spread that across 12 months. I'm a little concerned of adding any additional cost.
Well, the gentleman that donated the sign said that the electronic part is not necessary for
That's
the
okay.
sign to operate. He said it was optional if the county wanted to install electric at some point. It's
Yeah,
there if we want to use it, but I didn't see the picture, but he said the sign itself is sufficient. It's just the electronic.
the
part
option
would
is
be
there,
optional.
if we ever want to go that route. down the road.
So
Mr.
in this
Chairman,
particular case, it's not going to be,
Yeah,
it's on skids right now.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it's not going to be wired up
no.
after this motion's approved.
no, it will not be. No,
Okay, that's all I needed to know. I'm
No.
just looking out for the,
no, the intention is just to
Good
put it
point,
in
yeah.
place right now on skids, and then in the spring we'll turn it in permanently, and then we can determine in the future if we want to run it.
no further questions.
Right, thanks.
Any more discussion on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion has been approved. Move to number 7, memorandum of understanding.
Here, I move to approve the memorandum of understanding with McLaren Carroll Region as presented to be effective December 11th, 2024 for a term of 5 years and authorize all signatures.
Support.
Move to approve the memorandum of understanding with McLaren Carroll Regional as presented to be effective December 11th, 2024 for the term of 5 years and authorize all signatures. That is the motion. Is there more discussion?
Chairman, I have a question for the interim administrator. The last meeting requested that we contact 2 pharmacies in town to see what their understanding would be if this were approved today.
Yes, I was able to do that. I spoke to Adam from State Street Pharmacy. It does not affect him or the way he does business. He's very familiar with the program, and it allows for those qualified to obtain cheaper meds. I spoke to Ed at Carroll Pharmacy. He's the owner. He's very familiar with the 340B from working at Kroger's for so many years, and he also said it doesn't affect him as he is reimbursed from the federal government.
And my only understanding to this, that I don't know if they considered this or not, but with McLaren having their own pharmacy, they can purchase at a much deeper discount than a local pharmacy. And so there could be a discrepancy in price between the McLaren pharmacy and local pharmacies. I'm not exactly sure what Adam was thinking. But since both of them have concurred that it would have no effect on them, I have no further questions.
Any other comments on this motion? Hear none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion has been approved. Move down to number 8 under old business, Pitney Bowes postage machine lease renewal.
Move to approve the new postal machine lease with Pitney Bowles as presented at $403.87 per month for a term of 60 months to be billed quarterly at $1,211.61 and authorize all signatures.
Support that.
The move by Commissioner Barwell, supported by Commissioner Lutz, to move to approve the new postage machine lease with Pitney Bowes as presented at $403.87 per month for a term of 60 months to be billed quarterly at $1,211.61 and authorize all signatures. Any more discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is not approved. Move on to number 9. Genesee Shiawassee Thumbworks Board open position.
Mr. Chairman, I move to appoint Commissioner Matt Cook to serve on the Genesee Shiawassee Thumb Works Board.
Support.
It's been moved by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Barwell, to move to appoint Commissioner Matt Cook to serve on the Genesee Shiawassee Thumbworks Board. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna abstain. I mean, I wanna serve on it, but I don't feel I should vote myself.
Well, I think as a rule of order, clerk, I think you can't abstain because it doesn't have a financial interest.
Can't.
It doesn't,
Okay,
but I know of unless you've.
I'm a supporter.
Well, the per diem is normal, but you don't have any contracts or
Right.
not yet.
Move on to number 10. Board rules of order.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the board rules of order adopted January 30th, 2025.
Support.
The move by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook, the move to approve the board rule of order adopted January 30th, 2025. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion was not approved. Move on to number 11 under old business. The prosecutor's request to fill vacant assistant prosecutor attorney position.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the hiring of Bernard Allen Bombard Jr. to fill an open full-time assistant prosecuting attorney position with a tentative start date of January 31st, 2025, starting at step 2 at the rate of $73,409.19 annually, and to receive the supplemental pay of $500 per day until the remaining assistant prosecuting attorney position is filled. This is contingent on a satisfactory background check, drug screen, and physical.
Support.
The move by Commissioner Cook, supported by Commissioner Lutz, to move to approve the hiring of Bernard Allen Bombard Jr. to fill the open full-time assistant prosecutor attorney position with kind of start date of January 31st, 2025, starting at step 2 at the rate of $73,409.19 annually, and to receive the supplemental pay of $500 per day until the remaining assistant prosecutor attorney position is filled. This contingent on the satisfactory background check, drug screen, and physical. That is the motion. Is there more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is not approved. Number 12, the chief accountant position.
Chairman, move to approve the post and advertise for the chief accountant position for the controller's office with an annual wage range of between $58,229.99 and to $65,551.22.
Support.
The move by Commissioner Barwell, supported by Commissioner Lutz, to move to approve the post and advertising for the chief accountant position in the controller's office with an annual wage range between $58,229.99 and $65,551.22. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion has been approved. Move on to number 13 under old business, the Veterans Affairs appointment to the vacant Veteran Affairs Committee.
Chair, I move to approve the appointment of Robert Somerset to the vacant four-year term on the Veterans Affairs Committee expiring on December 31st, 2028.
Support.
The move by Commissioner Cook, supported by Commissioner Lutz. The move to approve the appointment of Robert Somerset to the vacant four-year term on the Veterans Affairs Committee expiring on December 31st, 2028. That is the motion. Is there more discussion? Here done. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion has been approved. That takes us to our old business. And we can move on into correspondence and resolutions. I don't think we see, there's no other correspondence and resolutions on it. So the commissioner has some correspondence and resolutions they want to share. Then we'll move right into the commissioner liaison reports. We'll start with Commissioner Lutz.
Last week we met with the Board of Health. It was good there. Community Corrections, we met yesterday in Bad Axe. Things are going there good there. We're probably going to run out of money before the end of the year. They're going to ask for more. Medical care facility, we met this last week. And we're going to put some new flooring down out there and everything's going good there. Won't be till March till we meet in Genesee Shiawassee Thumb Works. And I think that's all I have, sir.
Mr. Burnwell.
Well, just as a reminder, perhaps I mentioned it previously that the DDA has hired a new market manager, Paige Rushlow. She is a past lead Tuscola graduate, and she's also been involved in the market, so that has taken place. Nothing to report on the Max 7th. Workers' Comp Board will be meeting April 2nd, which now I am the chair, in chair at the moment. The MAC Finance Committee is putting their committee together. You probably saw the emails. If you're on a MAC committee, those who are seated on the boards were asked whether they would like to continue, and I did request that it continue. And the RAC, Medical Rural Action Caucus, has not met yet, but I suspect we'll be meeting in February. So for the report.
Thank you for that. The EDC, we had an executive meeting the other day. We met. A lot of things are changing right now. I really don't want to comment a lot on it until I have a chance to go to the full board for the EDC and things get kind of fun with the full board and the direction they're going to go. But right now they're looking to move the location out of the building over there on Albert Street to the Michigan State Extension Office. Michigan State Extension Office said there's a couple of areas that they can use for desks and stuff, and they got a meeting room over there. They've got a lot of different ideas that they will present, but still, I think it has to go to the full board for discussion and how they want to change. But they're working to get it stabilized anyway, moving forward. So, Parks and Recs, we met the other day. We had someone there from Kent River Greenways that goes up and down the river. We talked a little bit about our property out there on Washburn Road, about the area that would make a good canoe launch down there, if that's the way we decided to go with that. And I asked Mike maybe to do a little checking on the, we've had that property about 5 or 6 years. Just do a little checking to see if we can't get something built back there to give us access to get back to the river. Because right now we don't have no way to get back to the river, really look at it. You know, the only road that goes back by the river is by that prison that's owned by the state yet. And so I asked him to just look into that, what it takes for us to get a little road built before we can get back to the river to look at all this stuff. I think it's something we need to start looking at a little bit. The Parks and Rec doesn't have a little bit in their fund balance yet, so I think they got enough into that would cover something like that, just to put a road back there before we can drive back in there and see what's back there. Both units of government haven't been nothing lately. I've been out of town, and that's my report.
That would be good for canoeing and kayaking here on the river.
He said there was a nice spot back there that would make a perfect spot for that. And you know, if we decided to go, you could clear a little area, make a little parking area back there. People drop off the kayak, put up 4 or 5 picnic table areas with some of these standing grills in the ground where they could stop there and rest if they wanted to, cook a hamburger. Just something for community, which I think would be really inexpensive to do.
That'd be nice.
And they do that. They do have a little fun balance in their they're fun. So I think, it's something that we could look at. And, I know that the Park Direct would like to at least start doing something or looking at something, but we can't really be able to really get access back to the river and the sea, exactly what we got back there. So, those were that one. So that being said, we'll move on to, Commissioner Cook.
Nothing to share, Chairman.
Okay. We do have a vacancy there. Is there any other businesses necessary to come from the board this morning? Anybody else have anything that's necessary to come from the board? Let us move on into extended public comment. Is there anybody here in the boardroom or out there on virtual that would like to address the board this morning? On anything you heard talk about this morning, or something just got in your mind, or just want to say hello? It's time to do it now. You have 3 minutes. Anybody like to address the board this morning? Let the record show again that public comment was offered, and we had nobody comment to the board. So with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn the board commissioner meeting this morning.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support.
The move by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook, to adjourn the commissioner meeting this morning. We have more discussion. I want to thank everyone that joined us this morning for this meeting. Congratulations again to Brian Harris for his dedicated service to Tuscola County. And we appreciate it. With that being said, we will adjourn. The reason this morning. I'd like to call the order of the statutory finance part of the meeting this morning. Let's call order the statutory finance meeting this morning. And with that being said, we'll have a roll call by Deputy Clerk Robinson.
District 1 vacant. Commissioner Barwell,
Here.
Commissioner Vaughn,
Here.
Commissioner Lutz,
Here.
Commissioner Cook.
Here.
You have a quorum, you may proceed.
Thank you for that. First thing on the agenda is the action of previous meeting minutes.
Chair, I make a motion to put the action on previous meeting minutes, statutory finance 13, January 25.
Support.
The move by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook, to approve the action of previous meeting minutes, statutory finance, January 13, 2025. Is there more discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion has been approved. Move on to new business, the review and approval of the finance report and checks.
Chair, I make the motion to review and approval of the finance report and checks 1/30/25 financial document.
Support.
The motion by Cook, supported by Commissioner Lutz, review and approval of finance report and checks 1/30/2025 on the financial docket. Any more discussion on that motion? Here, none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion has been approved. Review and approval of the daily report checks.
Chairman, review and approval of daily reports and checks 1/30/25 daily docket.
Or the move by Commissioner Lutz, supported by Commissioner Cook. Review and approval of the daily report and checks of 1/30/2025 on the daily docket. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
That has been approved. Review and approval of per diem report and checks.
Chair, I make a motion to review and approval of the per diem report and checks January 2025 per diem.
Support.
The move by Commissioner Cook, supported by Commissioner Lutz. Review and approval of the per diem report and checks January 2025 per diems. Any more discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chairman, if I may,
Yes.
I'm not sure, but on the electronic version, none of the links work to go into the documents. that was sent out. Has anyone discovered that or not?
On the,
On the one that was sent electronically related to statutory finance.
yeah, mine worked yesterday.
I know that works. I just want to raise that issue in case that was a problem.
Yeah, I looked at it
From the
yesterday.
email from Renee. That's all. Sure.
I don't see anything under old business. Public comment? Anybody want public comment on the statutory finance part of the meeting? Public comment on this item, statutory finance part of the meeting. Yeah, let the record show the public comment was offered. We had nobody participated. I want to say, it's a pleasure since we've had the meetings. Sheriff Robbins going to join us at our meetings. That's a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
They have you said it here, you know what I'm saying? Change pace.
Yeah. Very appreciated.
Yep, that they have you here at our meetings.
Chairman, I just pulled it up. I got that on my statutory finance.
Okay,
Pardon?
I got the statutory finance.
You're on an iPhone, I'm on this, but I'm looking at Renee's email that she would send out. Normally the links, which are highlighted,
Right.
would link back versus an iPhone.
Right.
So I'm just requesting it be looked into.
I know yesterday at home, I looked at it. I could get out of that.
It works on my computer too.
I guess,
Get your computer, sir.
I guess I request
We want you to look at the Commissioner
IT
Barlow.
help.
Hey,
Look into it.
hey, why would the finance chair need to be seeing that?
We want you to take it to Commissioner Barlow. It's your ego.
I'll leave it up so you can look at it. Thank you for your clarification.
Yeah.
With that being said, I will take.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I will take a motion to adjourn. the
I'll make that motion.
I'll support.
The move by Commissioner Luke, supported by Commissioner Cook, to adjourn the sector of finance meeting this morning. Again, thanks for everybody coming in. Again, thank you, Sheriff, for being here. Thanks for everybody virtual. We appreciate it. And with that being said, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
That being said, special finance meeting is adjourned.